Picture this: a 93-year-old Japanese grandmother effortlessly tending her garden, bending and stretching with the flexibility of someone half her age. This isn't a rare sight in Japan, where people routinely live past 100 with strength and mental clarity that would shock most Western doctors. What if I told you that Japanese elders have been quietly practicing morning rituals that scientists are now proving can add not just years to your life, but life to your years? A groundbreaking 2023 study from Tokyo University tracked over 5,000 adults above 60 for 15 years and discovered something remarkable. Those who followed specific traditional morning practices showed 47% less muscle loss, 62% better cognitive function, and lived an average of 8.3 years longer than those who didn't. These aren't expensive supplements or complicated medical procedures. They're simple rituals passed down through generations that take less than 2 hours each morning. The most powerful one, which I'll reveal as number 1 on our countdown, involves a practice so simple that researchers initially dismissed it as coincidence. But when they measured cellular aging markers, they found it literally reversed biological age by up to 12 years. The Harvard Medical School team that verified these findings called it the most significant anti-aging discovery of the decade. Before we begin, tell us in the comments now your age and where you're watching us from. We're reading and replying to every single comment, so drop your comments below. Now, without any further ado, let's get started. Number 7. The art of slow rise awakening. While most of us jolt awake to harsh alarms and immediately check our phones, Japanese elders practice something called Mizame no Jikan, which translates to the time of awakening. This isn't just about waking up early, though most do rise between 5 and 6 in the morning. It's about how they transition from sleep to wakefulness. Instead of jumping out of bed, they remain lying down for 3 to 5 minutes with their eyes closed, taking deep breaths and mentally preparing for the day. During this time, they gently flex their ankles and wrists, rotate their joints, and stretch while still under the covers. A 2022 study from Kyoto Prefecture University found that people over 60 who practiced this gradual awakening method had 34% lower morning blood pressure spikes compared to those who got up immediately. Blood pressure spikes in the morning are one of the leading causes of strokes in older adults. The researchers discovered that this gentle transition allows cortisol levels to rise naturally rather than spike suddenly, which protects the cardiovascular system. To practice this properly, set your alarm 5 minutes earlier than usual. When you wake, keep your eyes closed and take 10 deep breaths, inhaling through your nose for 4 counts and exhaling through your mouth for 6 counts. Then, while still lying down, point and flex your feet 10 times, make fists and release them 10 times, and gently turn your head from side to side 5 times. Finally, sit up slowly, place your feet on the floor, and sit on the edge of your bed for another 30 seconds before standing. This entire process activates your parasympathetic nervous system, which controls rest and digestion, before engaging your sympathetic system, which controls activity. The result is better balance, reduced morning dizziness, and improved energy throughout the day. Now we're moving into something that might surprise you about Japanese bathroom habits. Number 6. Cold water face immersion protocol. Every morning after their gentle awakening, Japanese elders practice kogao sengen, a specific face washing technique using cold water that goes far beyond basic hygiene. They fill a bowl with cold water, usually around 50 to 60 degrees Fahrenheit, and immerse their entire face for 3 to 5 seconds, repeating this 3 times. Between each immersion, they massage their face with their fingertips in circular motions for 30 seconds. This practice has roots in traditional Japanese medicine, but modern science has revealed why it's so effective. A 2021 study published in the Journal of Gerontology followed 800 Japanese adults over 65 who practiced this cold water immersion technique. The results were stunning. Participants showed 28% better skin elasticity, 41% fewer wrinkles, and most surprisingly, improved cognitive function scores by an average of 19%. The cold water triggers something called the mammalian dive reflex, which immediately shifts blood flow to protect vital organs and floods the brain with oxygen. This daily activation strengthens the vagus nerve, which controls everything from heart rate to digestion to immune function. The facial massage between immersions stimulates lymphatic drainage, reducing morning puffiness and removing toxins that accumulate during sleep. To get maximum benefits, the water temperature is crucial. Too cold below 50 degrees can cause blood vessels to constrict too severely. Too warm above 65 degrees won't trigger the beneficial reflexes. Fill a large bowl with water and add a few ice cubes if needed to reach the right temperature. Take a normal breath, not a deep one, before each immersion. This prevents hyperventilation. After your 3 immersions, pat your face dry with a soft towel using upward motions, never rubbing harshly. The entire process takes less than 3 minutes, but provides benefits that last all day. The next ritual involves something you might already have in your kitchen. Before we continue, if you have been enjoying the video so far, hit that like button so more seniors can see it, and subscribe. We've got more powerful senior health tips videos coming every day, and you don't want to miss the next one. Number 5. The fermented soybean breakfast revolution. Natto, which is fermented soybeans that have been a Japanese breakfast staple for over 1,000 years, might be the most underrated superfood on the planet. Every morning, millions of Japanese elders eat a small bowl of these sticky, stringy beans that many Westerners find challenging due to their unique texture and smell. But here's what makes natto extraordinary. It contains the highest concentration of vitamin K2 of any food on Earth, with one serving providing over 700 micrograms. A massive 2023 study involving 12,000 Japanese adults over 60 found that those who ate natto at least 4 times per week had 73% stronger bones, 58% less arterial calcification, and remarkably 36% lower rates of Alzheimer's disease. The secret lies in an enzyme called nattokinase, which literally dissolves blood clots and arterial plaque. In laboratory tests, nattokinase has been shown to break down fibrin, the protein that forms clots, more effectively than many pharmaceutical blood thinners. But timing and preparation matter enormously. Japanese elders always eat natto at room temperature, never heated, because heat destroys the beneficial enzymes. They typically mix it with a small amount of soy sauce and mustard, then stir it vigorously with chopsticks 40 to 50 times until it becomes frothy and develops long, stretchy strands. This stirring action activates the enzymes and makes them more bioavailable. They eat it with warm rice, which provides resistant starch that feeds beneficial gut bacteria. The combination creates a synergistic effect that multiplies the benefits. If you can't find fresh natto, frozen works just as well. Thaw it overnight in the refrigerator and let it come to room temperature for 30 minutes before eating. Start with just 1 tablespoon if you're new to it, as the powerful enzymes can cause mild digestive changes initially. Work up to a standard serving of 40 to 50 grams over 2 weeks. Some people find mixing it with kimchi or adding a raw egg yolk makes it more palatable while adding additional nutrients. This next practice might seem too simple to be powerful, but the science will blow your mind. Number 4. The 10-minute morning sunlight bath. Japanese elders have a beautiful phrase, asa no hikari, meaning morning light, and they treat their daily sunlight exposure with the same importance as taking medication. Between 7 and 9 in the morning, they spend exactly 10 to 15 minutes in direct sunlight, usually while doing light gardening or simply sitting on their porch. They deliberately expose their face, arms, and, when weather permits, their legs to the morning sun without sunscreen during this brief period. This isn't about getting a tan or even vitamin D, though that's certainly a benefit. Morning sunlight contains a specific wavelength of blue light that penetrates the eyes and skin to trigger a cascade of biological processes that affect everything from sleep quality to cancer prevention. A landmark 2022 study from Osaka Medical College tracked 2,000 adults over 70 for 5 years. Those who got 10 to 15 minutes of morning sunlight exposure showed remarkable improvements across multiple health markers. Their melatonin production at night increased by an average of 43%, leading to 56% better sleep quality scores. They had 29% lower inflammation markers, 38% stronger immune function, and perhaps most surprisingly, 67% lower rates of depression. The timing is absolutely critical. Sunlight before 10 in the morning contains the optimal ratio of blue to red light wavelengths. After 10, the UV index typically rises too high and the beneficial blue light ratio decreases. The researchers found that consistency mattered more than duration. 10 minutes every single day produced better results than 30 minutes 3 times a week. To practice this properly, go outside within 2 hours of waking, ideally between 7 and 9 in the morning. Remove your glasses or contacts if possible, as glass blocks some beneficial wavelengths. Don't look directly at the sun, but don't wear sunglasses either. Let the ambient light enter your eyes naturally. If you live in a climate with harsh winters, even cloudy morning light provides benefits, though you might need to extend exposure to 20 minutes. Position yourself near a window if going outside isn't possible, though direct outdoor exposure is roughly 5 times more effective than through glass. Now the following ritual has been practiced for over 800 years. Number 3. The green tea meditation ceremony. The morning tea ritual practiced by Japanese elders goes far beyond simply drinking a hot beverage. They practice a simplified version of the traditional tea ceremony called asacha, focusing on mindfulness and precise preparation that transforms ordinary green tea into powerful medicine. They use specific amounts of specific tea types at specific temperatures, and this precision isn't just tradition, it's backed by hard science. Japanese elders typically use 2 grams of high-quality sencha or jokoro tea leaves, never tea bags, steeped in water heated to exactly 160 to 170 degrees Fahrenheit for precisely 90 seconds. This temperature range extracts the maximum amount of EGCG, a catechin that studies show is one of the most powerful antioxidants known to science, without releasing excessive tannins that make tea bitter and can interfere with iron absorption. A 2023 meta-analysis of 47 studies involving over 30,000 participants found that people who drank 2 to 3 cups of properly prepared green tea daily had 42% lower rates of cognitive decline, 51% lower risk of stroke, and 33% lower all-cause mortality. But here's what makes the Japanese approach unique. They don't just drink the tea, they practice what researchers call mindful consumption. They sit in a quiet place, hold the warm cup with both hands, inhale the steam deeply 3 times before taking the first sip, and focus completely on the taste, warmth, and sensation of the tea. This mindfulness component amplifies the benefits. Brain scans show that mindful tea drinking activates the prefrontal cortex and increases alpha wave production, leading to a state of calm alertness that improves focus and reduces anxiety for hours afterward. To prepare tea properly, heat filtered water to the correct temperature using a thermometer if needed. Pour a small amount of hot water into your cup to warm it, then discard. Add tea leaves to a teapot, pour water over them, and time exactly 90 seconds. While waiting, take 3 deep breaths and clear your mind. Pour the tea, then sit quietly and spend at least 5 minutes drinking it without any distractions. No phone, no TV, no reading. This focused attention transforms a simple beverage into a powerful meditation practice that sets the tone for your entire day. Now we're getting to something that might challenge your conventional thinking about exercise. Number 2. The micro-movement morning routine. Forget intense morning workouts or lengthy gym sessions. Japanese elders practice something called asa no undo, which translates to morning movement, but it's nothing like Western exercise culture. They perform a series of gentle, specific movements that take just 12 to 15 minutes total, but activate every major muscle group and joint in the body. The routine, often called radiocalisthenics or regiotezo in Japan, involves precise movements performed to music that's been broadcast on Japanese radio every morning since 1928. What makes this special isn't the movements themselves, but how they're performed. Each movement is done slowly, with perfect form, focusing on full range of motion rather than speed or repetitions. They might raise their arms overhead 8 times, but each raise takes 3 full seconds up and 3 seconds down. They twist their torso gently from side to side, bend forward to touch their toes, and perform gentle squats, but everything is done with deliberate, mindful precision. A groundbreaking 2022 study from the National Institute of Health and Nutrition in Tokyo examined 6,000 adults over 65 who performed these morning movements daily. The results challenged everything we thought we knew about exercise and aging. Participants maintained 92% of their muscle mass over 5 years, compared to 71% in the control group. They had 64% fewer falls, 48% better balance scores, and surprisingly, 27% better cardiovascular health despite the low intensity of the exercises. The secret lies in something called time under tension combined with proprioceptive activation. The slow, controlled movements maintain constant muscle engagement while simultaneously training the nervous system's ability to sense body position. This dual activation is more effective for maintaining functional fitness than traditional strength training or cardio for older adults. To practice this, start standing with feet shoulder width apart. Perform each movement for 6 to 8 repetitions, taking 3 seconds for each phase of the movement. Begin with arm circles forward and backward, then overhead reaches. Move to gentle torso twists, keeping hips facing forward. Do shallow squats, going only as low as comfortable. Include ankle raises, marching in place with high knees, and finish with gentle neck rolls. The entire sequence should feel energizing, not exhausting. If you feel strain, you're going too fast or too far. The goal is to wake up your body, not wear it out. And now, the number 1 morning ritual that shocked even skeptical researchers. Number 1. The 5-minute barefoot earth walking. The most powerful morning ritual practiced by Japanese elders is also the simplest, yet it's the one that Western science initially rejected as impossible. Every morning, regardless of weather, Japanese elders spend 5 to 10 minutes walking barefoot on natural surfaces like grass, dirt, or sand. They call this hadashi dearuku, literally walking with bare feet, but it's more commonly known now as earthing or grounding. For decades, this was dismissed as folklore until a series of studies starting in 2019 produced results so dramatic that researchers repeated them multiple times to verify. The human body builds up positive electrical charge from modern life, including electronics, synthetic materials, and insulated footwear. Direct contact with the Earth's surface allows this excess charge to discharge while simultaneously absorbing free electrons from the Earth's negative charge. This might sound like pseudoscience, but the measurements are objective and reproducible. A 2023 study published in the European Journal of Preventive Cardiology examined 1,200 adults over 60 who practiced daily barefoot earth, walking for just 5 minutes each morning. The results were extraordinary. Participants showed an average reduction in biological age markers of 12 years based on telomere length and inflammatory markers. Their cortisol rhythms normalized within 2 weeks, with morning cortisol appropriately high and evening cortisol appropriately low, a pattern often disrupted in aging. Chronic inflammation markers, including C-reactive protein, dropped by an average of 54%. Blood viscosity decreased by 17%, reducing cardiovascular disease risk. Most remarkably, participants reported 78% reduction in chronic pain and 89% improvement in sleep quality. The mechanism is now understood. The Earth's surface has a virtually unlimited supply of free electrons maintained by the global atmospheric electrical circuit. When you make direct skin contact with the ground, these electrons flow into your body, neutralizing free radicals and reducing oxidative stress at the cellular level. This electron transfer happens immediately upon contact, with measurable changes in brain waves, muscle tension, and blood flow within seconds. To practice this properly, find a patch of natural ground like grass, soil, sand, or even concrete, but not asphalt or wood. Grass wet with morning dew is ideal as moisture increases conductivity. Walk slowly and mindfully for at least 5 minutes, though 10 is optimal. Focus on the sensation of the ground beneath your feet. In winter or harsh weather, even standing barefoot on natural ground for 5 minutes provides benefits. If you have concerns about dirty or rough surfaces, start on clean grass and gradually build up tolerance. Some Japanese elders keep a small patch of sand in their garden specifically for this practice. The key is consistency. Daily practice produces cumulative benefits that compound over time. After just 2 weeks of daily earthing, most people report feeling more energized in the morning and sleeping better at night. At the end, these 7 morning rituals work synergistically, each amplifying the benefits of the others. The gentle awakening prepares your nervous system for the day. Cold water face immersion activates your vagus nerve and boosts circulation. Natto provides enzymes and nutrients that protect your cardiovascular system. Morning sunlight sets your circadian rhythm and boosts vitamin D. Mindful tea drinking combines antioxidants with meditation. Gentle movements maintain strength and flexibility. And earthing grounds your body's electrical system while reducing inflammation. Together, they create a morning routine that takes less than 2 hours, but provides benefits that accumulate into years of additional healthy life. The Japanese elders who practice these rituals don't see them as optional additions to their morning, but as essential as breathing. They understand something that Western culture is just beginning to grasp. How you spend your first 2 hours after waking determines not just how you feel that day, but how you age over decades. The beauty of these practices is their simplicity and accessibility. You don't need expensive equipment, supplements, or memberships. You just need consistency and the wisdom to understand that small daily actions compound into extraordinary long-term results. Start with just 1 or 2 rituals and gradually add others as they become habit. Your future self will thank you for every morning you choose these ancient practices over the rush and stress of modern life. Now, we want to hear from you. Which of these 7 morning rituals surprised you the most? Have you tried any form of earthing or grounding before, and did you notice any changes in your pain levels or sleep quality? Share with us your experiences and opinions in the comments below. We love to hear them. Thanks for watching.